Are you stressed? Totally fine if you are. We all get that way at some point, some worse than others. Um, Not here to fix that stress, but what I am here to do is I am here to make you aware of how being stressed can, over time, start to affect a lot of the muscles around your diaphragm and neck, and if they get really bad, lead into headaches, which is something you definitely don't want when you're stressed, right? So, when you're stressed, you might not realize it in the moment, but what you definitely do is you definitely have shorter, shallower breaths. Now, those shorter, shallower breaths have a cascade of effects on all the physiology that happens in the body. But when we're looking at it strictly from a mechanical perspective, a short breath into the chest is... So what you notice, even when I do those shorter breaths, now a little bit sarcastic, that's totally fun, is you're going to notice my shoulders lifting up and down, ever so slightly, but when we look at that and we look at how that accumulates, it's really easy to see how it can have some detrimental effects. So, if we were to strip off my shirt, strip off my skin, strip off my fat, we're just going to see a bunch of muscles in the skeleton. Now, those muscles and skeleton, when they're having those short, shallow breaths, what we've got is we've got little muscle that sits just under your pec, joins right back into the scapula. It's called your pec minor. That's lifting your shoulder. And we've also got muscles that run through the front of your neck called your scalenes that start on the collarbone and run up into the base of the skull and on the spine. So, when we're having those short, shallow breaths all the time, these two muscles, plus some other stuff, but mostly these two muscles are just doing reps on reps on reps. So how many times are you going to breathe in a stressful day? Shit tons. Right? You do a set of bicep curls, your biceps cooked. These guys are doing thousands of reps as opposed to 10 to 12. So what we want to do is, obviously if you are having a stressful day, we've got videos through the YouTube list where you can go and I can show you how to release all this stuff. Excellent thing to do if you have been having headaches, you have been sitting all day and you are pretty stressed out. But also what we can do is we can actually just have deeper, slower breaths. So, not a holistic breath coach, not going to get into the real big deep ones, but what we can do is just one simple exercise is 5 seconds in, hold for 5 seconds, 5 seconds out, hold for 5 seconds. After about 10 or so of those breaths, which are only going to take you a minute or two, you're going to realise that a lot of the symptomatic stuff up here has actually had a chance to get a little bit of a rest, and it's also going to have a lot of other effects in terms of reducing that stress and reducing the load on the mechanics of this upper body. So, if you are stressed, go through the YouTube video, find the videos for it, I might even link them below for you, but also have those slow breaths and let me know how it goes. Your move, guys.